Hi everyone. Welcome to part 4 of our look into the LearningExpress library. If you haven't seen the previous parts, check out the links above. We are going to cover the last two sections in English of LearningExpress library: adult core skills and computer skills. So let's get started. Starting from our homepage at countylibrary.org, we're going to look to the top menu bar and click on eLibrary. From there, we'll click on Research Databases. Right now, the LearningExpress library can be seen in the New and Featured section, but we're going to scroll down to Study Guides, which is its permanent location. Let's click on it. Don't forget, you will need a library card and a free account with LearningExpress Library to access their resources. Let's scroll down and click on Adult Core Skills. Here we can see 4 sections: Build your math skills, Become a better reader, Improve your writing, speaking, and grammar, and Become a U.S. citizen. Let's click on Build your math skills. We can see here that the Build Your Math Skills section is divided into 3 subsections: Math Skills Tutorials, Math Skills Practice Sets, and Math Skills Ebooks. I'm going to use one link in each of these to show you what the resources look like. Let's click on Basic Math Tutorials. Before we look at these tutorials, I'm going to draw your attention to the Learn More Guidance section here at the top. This line shows us that we're currently on the Browse Resources section, so let's click on Learn More Guidance to take a look at that tab. This page just gives a few suggestions on using the resources in the Build Your Math section that we're exploring now. I won't read each word, so let me summarize. LearningExpress Library suggests to begin with the Basic Math Tutorial, Comprehensive Tutorial, to help you determine what your strengths and weaknesses are. After this tutorial, you can explore the practice sets for individual subjects, depending on what you need to work on. You can also take the Basic Math Tutorial Review, which will cover some of the basics. Finally, if you need more practice, LearningExpress Library provides basic math ebooks. Let's scroll back up and click on Browse Resources to go back. And let's click on the first tutorial so we can take a look at it. As with these tutorials in LearningExpress Library, the main content is here in the center, and you are able to navigate through the tutorial by using the sidebar here on the left. Let's go back. A pop-up appears when we try to leave, and this asks us if we want to save our progress. I do not, so I'm going to click Close Without Saving. We saw basic math tutorials in the Math Skills Tutorials subsection, so let's now take a look at the Basic Algebra Practice Set. This section contains 4 practice tests, and on each, you have the option to either begin the test or print the test. Let's click on Start Test. These paragraphs will tell you a little bit about the test and give you instructions on how to take the test. It explains how to answer questions, how to change your answers, how to navigate through the questions, how to score your test, how to view the instructions, and also how to view the answers. On the right, you will see the total number of questions as well as the time you have to take the test. Finally, you'll get to choose a test mode. If you watch the other parts of this exploration into LearningExpress Library, you'll recognize these two test modes. However, we only see two options here. Practice, which shows you the time limit, but will let you keep answering questions even if you go beyond the time limit, and Learner, which allows you to see the answers to the questions right after you answer them. Many practice tests also have a mode called Simulation, which forces you to adhere to the time limit. When you're ready to begin the test, you can click Start Test here. Let's go back. Once again, I'm going to close without saving. I'm now going to click on Basic Math under the Math Skills eBooks section so we can see the eBooks. We can see that this section includes 6 ebooks that focus on math skills and math practice problems. Clicking Download eBook will download the ebook as a PDF document, which will open in Adobe or any other PDF reader on your device. Let's go back. We took a look at Build Your Math Skills and looked at tutorials, practice sets, and ebooks. Now let's scroll down to the next section, Become a Better Reader. This section contains similar resources to the Build Your Math Skills section we just saw. We have tutorials, practice sets, and ebooks. First, the Reading Skills Tutorials section contains Become a Better Reader and Vocabulary and Spelling Skills tutorial. The Reading Practice sets contain Reading Informational Texts, Reading Persuasive Texts, Reading Literary Texts, Reading General Texts, and Vocabulary and Spelling. Finally, the Reading Skills eBooks contains Reading Comprehension and Vocabulary and Spelling. Scrolling down to Improve Your Writing, Speaking, and Grammar, we see this section also has 3 subsections. We have the Writing and Grammar Skills Tutorials, which has 2 tutorials. We have the Writing and Grammar Skills Practice Tests, which has 2 practice sets. Finally, we have the Writing, Speaking, and Grammar eBooks, which contains ebooks for writing, grammar, essay writing, and public speaking. Let's take a look at the last section here. Become a U.S. citizen. We have sections in both English and in Spanish. We have preparation for your citizenship exam in both languages, though the English section contains practice tests and articles in addition to the ebooks and flashcards. Finally, LearningExpress Library offers ebooks on how to get a green card both in English and in Spanish. Now that we've reached the end of the Adult Core Skills Center, let's scroll back up and go back to the home page. I'm going to scroll down and click on Computer Skills Center. Here we have 5 sections: Getting Started with Your Computer, Getting Started with the Internet, popular software tools, learn computer graphics and illustration, and understanding your operating system. I'm going to click on Getting Started with Your Computer. This section contains one subsection, Computer Basics, which has Getting to Know Your Computer, Using Your Desktop Applications, and Computer Safety and Maintenance. Let's click on Getting to Know Your Computer. We can see two tutorials, PC Hardware, Software, and Network Basics, and Introduction to Personal Computers. While this says these are tutorials, there are actually video tutorials and are going to look different than the tutorials we saw earlier. So let's click on one. At the top, you will see a table of contents here. Also, we can see our progress. Since we just began, we've completed 0% of the tutorial. Scrolling down, we can see the video is here in the center of the page, and we have the option to select closed captioning. Further down, we can see the transcript is displayed here. You can also download and print the transcript with these two icons. This search box will search for words in the transcript. For example, if we type in program, all the instances of the word program will be highlighted. Finally, the previous and next buttons will help you navigate through the video tutorial. Let's go back. We took a look at the video tutorials in Getting to Know Your Computer, so I'll now click on Using Your Desktop Applications. There are 6 video tutorials here. Setting up and using printers, browsing, searching, and staying safe online, saving, sharing, and deleting folders and files, using applications and programs, customizing Windows 7, and Windows 7 Basics. Let's go back. Let's now click on Computer Safety and Maintenance. We have one video tutorial called Keeping Your Computer Data Safe. Let's go back again. The next section is Getting Started with the Internet, which also has one subsection, Internet Basics. This contains Discover the Internet, using your email, social media tools, and Internet safety. Clicking on Discover the Internet will display 4 video tutorials, communicating with email, instant messaging, and VoIP, research using the Internet, web surfing basics, and introduction to the Internet. Let's go back. The next section is Using Your Email, which, if you were to click on it, contains one tutorial called Become an Email Expert about email rules and etiquette. Let's click on Social Media Tools. We can see Introduction to Google Docs, YouTube, CNET, and online shopping, social networking with Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and Introduction to Blogs, Podcasts, and News Groups, all of which are video tutorials. Returning to Get Started with the Internet, we can see the last section is called Internet Safety, which contains a video tutorial about protecting yourself from malware and other threats to your security online. Let's move on to Popular Software Tools, which we can see contains quite a few resources. All of these are video tutorials, and they are organized by program. They have Access, Excel, Office 365, OneDrive, Outlook, PowerPoint, Project, SharePoint Designer, Visio, and Word. And of course, there are various years for some of them, such as Word, where we have Word 2007, 2010, 2013, and 2016. Let's now look below at Learn Computer Graphics and Illustration. We can see tutorials for Adobe Illustrator, CS6 and CS5, as well as for Adobe Photoshop, CS6 and CS5. Each of these 4 links contains basic and advanced tutorial. Let's now click on the last section, Understanding Your Operating System, which contains video tutorials for Windows 7, 8, and 10. Within each are video tutorials at a basic, intermediate, and advanced level. Let's click on Windows 10 to take a look. Here we see basic, intermediate, and advanced. Though with Windows 10, we also have a Microsoft Windows 10 What's New section, which is also a tutorial, and it will tell you how Windows 10 differs from the previous generations of Windows. This is the end of the Computer Skills Center. Let's go back to the home page. Today, we cover the Adult Core Skills Center, which contained Build Your Math Skills, Become a Better Reader, Improve Your Writing, Speaking, and Grammar, and Become a U.S. Citizen. We also covered the Computer Skills Center, which contains Getting Started with Your Computer, Getting Started with the Internet, Popular Software Tools, Learn Computer Graphics and Illustration, and Understanding Your Operating System. Thanks for watching. As always, feel free to leave comments or questions below, or just give us a call. Next time, we will be covering the Spanish language section of the LearningExpress Library. See you next time.